What do Kim Kardashian, Marvel's Avengers fans, and the Dragonball Fighterz community have in common? Well, they're pissed off! Welcome to a very special daily fix all about what people are mad at this week. Kim Kardashian, star of the hit 2014 mobile game Kim Kardashian Hollywood, among other things, has threatened to sue Roblox. Why? Well, because of a sex tape, obviously. The latest episode of the Kardashians covered a situation in which her 6-year-old son came across a user-created game on Roblox featuring Kim's face and advertising unseen footage of a sex tape that presumably shows much more than her face. Though her son seemed to find the situation funny, the former Midori spokeswoman was obviously less amused, and her response was, "I have all the time, all the money, and all the resources to burn them all to the f***ing ground." Please bleep that. Finding out a video game is advertising adult content to kids will piss off any mom, but when it's that mom's own sex tape, that's problematic. It's unclear specifically who Kim intends to burn to the ground over this. Roblox was quick to ban the user who submitted the game in question and denied the alleged sex tape was ever available, but even if that was enough to quell her rage, this is still some monumentally bad PR for the game, considering the game is supposed to be for kids. It looks like Kim K isn't the only one pissed off about what's being advertised in games. PlayStation users are also unhappy as Sony is working to put ads inside PlayStation games. Yeah, you heard that right. Business Insider cites anonymous sources close to the project who claim Sony is testing a concept allowing game developers to build in-game ads to further monetize free-to-play games. Forgive me if I got any of that wrong. The Business Insider article is ironically paywalled. The idea is that ads would be put inside PlayStation games like digital billboards. Certain video ads would reward viewers with in-game items like skins, but it's still pretty gross. The revenue cut hasn't been decided yet, and sources say Sony may even charge developers and publishers for data on consumer activity. This may sound like something straight out of Black Mirror, but it's far more common than you'd expect. You all read those terms of service agreements, right? Supposedly, the program would be able to track gamers' responses after seeing an ad. Hard to say how much data they can get by spying on players in-game, but I guess if people are lobbing grenades at a billboard instead of doing dance emotes, that can be taken as negative feedback. It definitely doesn't sound great, but keep in mind this would be for free-to-play games. You probably don't need to worry about the shtick Hydro Man showing up as a boss in God of War Ragnarok, or Aloy equipping Pantene Pro V to give her hair a buff against everyday dirt. At least I hope we don't need to worry about that. Speaking of Norse gods and people with great hair, new characters like Marvel's Avengers and Dragonball Fighterz are really grinding some fans' gears, and let me tell you, it's not over nothing. Crystal Dynamics announced Jane Foster is coming to Marvel's Avengers Update 2.5, and although many are happy about a new character, some are irked this is basically a Thor reskin instead of a proper addition like Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, or Captain Marvel. Fans call the new character release lazy, and if you're keeping track, this definitely isn't the first gripe players have had about Marvel's Avengers since it launched in 2020. Presumably, this is to capitalize on the return of Natalie Portman as Jane Foster in Thor: Love and Thunder, but considering there's a Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch crossover movie happening even sooner, it's a little disappointing for fans of those characters and for Jane Foster fans too, since they're basically getting a glorified palette swap. Meanwhile, Dragonball Fighterz is also getting backlash from fans for the newly released Android 21 lab coat version. The problem? She's too strong and has no known weakness, which takes the fun out of multiplayer. Fans either play Android 21 lab coat or end up facing one. Lab coat 21 practically plays herself with almost anyone being able to win despite their skill level. This makes multiplayer boring for casual fans and poses an even bigger problem for the tournament scene. The disconnect between the community and Bandai Namco has left many pros in the dust with little motivation to keep playing. Usually games are improved post-launch, but occasionally you have a situation like this. Let's hope Bandai Namco patches it sooner than later. Or maybe someone can travel back in time and warn players about the impending threat of this deadly lab coat wearing version of Android 21. Trunks, you got any weekend plans? Call me. And that wraps up our special What Grinds Our Gears game fix for today, April 22nd. Sound off in the comments, what's pissing you off this week? It's healthy to vent! And really, what else are you supposed to do in the comments? Download the IGN app, check us out on Snapchat. For everything else, stick with IGN. I'm Nards, and remember to always stay fabulous, because you are fabulous.